Welcome back to theZoomer. We're down to our last couple of minutes here, and so I'd like to open the floor to our audience for some of their own questions on the matter. Welcome to the round table. What's your name?
Cynthia.
What's your question?
My question is it the substance, drugs and alcohol, that causes the addiction, or is it the void they're filling that causes the addiction?
Dr. Kitamura.
A complicated question. I think that there is often a stressor or some form of distress that may be present at the onset of the use or that continues the use. We also know that everybody's biology and their brain science is different, and related to that and related to genetics, there are some people that are at higher risk of going on to develop addictions or patterns of misuse or ongoing use. So part of it's predictable, part of it's stress related, and part of it is, I think, bad luck from our genetics as well.
And sometimes alcohol can be the cause of depression, or depression can precede the substance use disorder. So it's kind of hard to know which one, the chicken or the egg. But certainly, if a person has a pre-existing mental health issue, then it can trigger, and vice versa. The alcohol is a depressant, and can trigger that, and so it can create a downward spiral into chronic substance use.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we have a few minutes left, and so we'll just maybe go around the table and get a few final thoughts from each of you, and we'll begin with Bobby.
Well, I always have to go first. Look, these are very professional people that have worked very hard, a doctor, and your understanding of it. Of course, I'm going to always heed to the medical advice. I'm not a clinician. I'm kind of like the MASH guy out there trying to bring people to the front door to get them help, and then to tell them they can recover, and hopefully that they hang on long enough, things are going to improve. I really do mean that when I see someone become abstinent and start working on themselves. I've never seen someone not feel the benefits. Mm-hmm. That being said, there are some people that have very serious problems. The harm reduction, to me, should be a means to an end of abstinence, but a doctor will tell you there are some people that will never be able to recover. I get it. There's no problem. I think there's many pathways to recovery. I'm clearly of the hope that people got to get better, because addiction's killing people at an exponential rate.
Chuck, go ahead.
Yeah, so I think that what's happened here is that we haven't gotten treatment right over the years. We've done short-term treatment. We take somebody in, detox them, maybe give them 30 days at the most, spit them back on the street, they relapse, and so we say that treatment fails. Treatment has to be long-term. As we've heard from Bobby, it took a long time. People that are in the 12-step programs celebrate their 2-year cake, because after 2 years, you've finally gotten to a place where relapse is less likely. But I think that anybody and everybody can respond to treatment. I don't think there's any such thing as these people that can't. I think it's just having adequate treatment that looks at their causes, the problems that got them there, and keeps them on the course of recovery long enough to learn how to live with those cravings.
Dr. Kitamura.
One of the things that I think we're seeing here today and benefiting from, though, is that treatment, recovery works better when we have multiple perspectives and multiple voices. And we know that healthcare teams are often diverse. There's, the voice of people with lived experience is instrumental, as is working with law enforcement and other agencies. So we need to have collaborative approaches when we think about addictions and recovery and treatment.
Marilyn.
Well, just to get, if you look at the statistics on the healthcare costs to the system, it is older adults that are the most expensive. So the research that we did early on when we were working on developing treatment approaches was that older adults did better than young people in treatment. So we need to be investing in supporting older adults, because recovery is possible.
Absolutely. All right. Well, whether you are a senior struggling with addiction or a caregiver, a friend, a family member, there are resources available to help. Let's work together to raise awareness, to reduce stigma, and prioritize effective treatment options for our aging population. And finally, whatever your thoughts, we are always open to comments. To get in touch, you can send us an email at comments@thezoomer.com. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time. For now, it's time to zoom out.